ladder over conquest. Ladder is more tolerable when the format is bad. Because you can leave the matchups, like having to queue into Aeroship and play an entire gold conquest against it makes me want to turn Marvel Snap off instantly. On the ladder, at least I can leave right away. I'm gonna be a little greedy here and not play into here this turn, but we can just both have the card draw, because I need to spread out left and right, so Miss Marvel is better. Oh, and they're just not playing for the Abby, assuming I'm gonna get it, so that's sweet. Ooh, is that the best draw on my deck? I think it was. I think it was. This beats Ajax.
Knowledge is power.
Cool.
Victory.
Sometimes lucky, rubber ducky. Having a rough go of it. Madam Web with the white hot room sounds lovely. Snap! Just how many tech cards go deck? 110%. Snap is a mono tech card format at the moment. We'll talk about that a lot so far today. Alright, so they have a lizard. And lizard likely means that they're filling the white hot room this turn as well. Oh, interesting. As even as you can get at least. Top of the deck lets you know you're not getting your Spectrum. Luke does mean I can US agent to win the right, though. puts us to 7 and puts them to 4. Gets us up to 17 here. They're at a positive +4. Gets this. U.S. Agent hits Marvel, not with Luke Cage. That's why Luke Cage is a good top deck. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot the Symbiote Spider-Man would,
Victory.
We got him anyways, but I forgot how Symbiote Spider-Man was gonna interface with the U.S. Agent. We've had a lot of call the ambulance, but not for me games so far. It's like, feels like we're dead and then ends up working out. Oh, I completely forgot I had Alliance missions, or lack thereof.
Epic.
Just not gonna complete any of these. Average Alliance missions experience. I wish I could play this center. So we do this to cut them off of Scar over here next turn, yeah? Or cut them off of their Scar discount? Scar! Not today. Not today! So this is 11, 13, 18 in the middle, and 19 on the right. Let's take the Monster Metropolis bonus here, unless they play something big here. Decent spread to be winning all 3 lanes. Hopefully the opponent's got Shadow King in hand. Having a grand old time looking at our board with it. Got him! Got him!
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Victory.
I don't think they didn't have a line to win that with the cards they had, right? Every permutation of how they played Scar and Psylocke there and how they moved Nightcrawler loses that game. They win the Scar lane, lose the others. So Wiccan gaming, a lot of the Wiccan decks people have been playing recently involve Ajax, so being a Luke Cage deck is potentially good there. Unfortunately, I think Miss Marvel is pretty important for this deck. She is a significant part of the power output you get every turn. I think I want to play War Machine, so that way if they don't fill here this turn and I draw Ebony Maw, I can go Ebony Maw plus speed. Yeah, anything that wasn't R3 drops, let us fill the raft this turn. So we were 4 out of 6 to be able to fill.
We are the future.
That's sad, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, did I need to move this turn, though? I got too caught up in being cute with the Heimdall, right? And they're playing Morbius. Okay. That's fine. It's probably a retreat of the last turn anyways. He's gonna be everywhere tomorrow, gamers. Morbius makes the new card release tomorrow unplayable. So you should expect anything. If you're enjoying any decks like Scar that are unplayable into Mobius, you should expect them to be extra bad after tomorrow's card release. I think the tech card soup experience is going to get even more polarized with the card releasing tomorrow. There's gonna be more Shadow Kings and Mobius on top of it. Yeah, I also think that's true too. I don't think Mobius is gonna be a short-term metagame change either. The new season pass card next month makes people want to play Scar, which means Mobius is coming back with the force. Is gonna be here to stay. Is Howard finally playable? I like Howard in these Spectrum decks. I guess I mostly wasn't stamping today. That's fine. It'll be fine, right? Right, it'll be fine. What's this? You can check out my leaked card review here for things that are coming up next month.
Knowledge is power.
Oh my gosh, did I win a coin flip? Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Finally won a coin flip. Didn't freaking matter. Actually, do we win the game? We lost the coin flip, right? If they rogue this instead, we win the center, yeah? They would have been -4 down to 14, and we would have been +6. We spent all our energy every turn. I thought dodging with Miss Marvel was winning the coin flip, but it actually wasn't because they had the hazmat follow-up. Yeah, we'd have been 15 to 14 here in the center if the rogue hit Miss Marvel instead of speed. By the way, because I think social pressure for corporations, especially ones the size of Second Dinner, often are beneficial. If you subject yourself to the Bird app, I would ask that you please like or retweet or engage in a way supporting of this. Some of the upcoming variants that are coming to Marvel Snap are produced by a studio that uses AI drawing tools. And if you're not familiar with why AI creative stuff is deeply problematic, this is a good summary of why. AI art is a form of creative wage theft. AI art only exists because it trains on materials that they do not have the rights to own, meaning it's effectively stealing the work of creatives by training on them. They're not paying creatives for the work that they train on. And long term, it's really bad for the industry, because if AI art puts actual creatives out of work, the AI doesn't have anybody to learn from, and we just stop having high quality art altogether. Because it won't be able to even keep improving if you put all the actual artists out of business. It's very much not a sustainable thing in the long term. It is very bad for the industry as a whole. Aeroship here, by the way. I think even if that post ends up being not the case, where they have the companies confused and that's not a company doing art for Marvel Snap, it is actually harmless to let Second Dinner know we as consumers would prefer not to have AI art in Marvel Snap. So that's great if they're not intending to use AI stuff. Still literally doesn't hurt or cost anything to let Second Dinner know. We'd really prefer if they didn't. Going on, Niv? Thank you for the 78 months. We're hoping for U.S. Agent to be on top of our deck so I can play. Well, I guess with the Sandman, I can't Luke and Agent now, huh? Miss America. It's been a while since I felt annoyed by that card. I guess we leave. Guess we leave.
Escaped.
I really can't emphasize enough to the people at Second Dinner how much a mute all emotes option would be nice. It feels really bad to hit a bad beat in a game like that and then have my opponent feel like they are harassing me after the fact. Not giving your players tools to opt out of feeling harassed during your gameplay experience is a big miss on Second Dinner's part, and I really wish they'd reconsider their stance on not having a mute all function. Harsh! Thank you for the almost 2 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This is not a stellar location for us. Could Typhoid Mary be good in this deck? Nope. I think if you wanted to play a 4 energy card, I would play Man Thing. But I also don't think I have room to play a 4 energy card, another 4 energy card, so. I just feel a little bit bad when we queue into someone's super low collection level of play. This is the real downside to playing post-infinite, is you generally speaking don't have these big collection level disparities when I play. Play the other game modes. Pizza, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So I'm gonna gain 8 on the left, and I'm gonna gain 11 on the right. Probably fine. Normally I'd miss Marvel emote here, but against someone who's new to the game, that seems toxic. Yeah, how many never before seen pop-ups do you think they got this round? Probably just Speed and Agent. Maybe Howard? Oh, baby, come and get it. Take my 4 cubes, new gamer. Crush me. Crush me under heel.
Knowledge is power.
Oh, they're so close. They're so close.
Victory.
I will say they're being so many bots to help people break through to infinite really teaches them bad snapping habits. Because against AI opponents, like, snapping on turn 6 is often good and fine. But, like, when you get into real people that understand the mechanics of the thing, it's just so terrible. Hey, Jeff! I've been enjoying Bounce, but I'm missing Black Swan. Seeing the meta right now, Bounce is for sure getting a nerf. I think saying Bounce is for sure getting a nerf is a really bold statement that's probably off base. Dear Lord, someday please give me the confidence with which people are assertive on the internet. Very heartless to type into one of Jeff's chats that Beast is going to suffer. That's true too, you know? So probably not playing for the center. That was Scorn and Swarms, yeah? This gives me +8 on the right. Well, they played for the left. That's really gross.
Knowledge is power.
Everybody clench! You armor? Appreciate it.
Victory.
I like the EX Pokemon video. It feels bad that Blastoise is bad, but the truth often hurts that it does. I think my one kind of design misopinion on Pokemon Pocket is I think Misty's a trash card I wish they'd redesign. Because I think she's part of the reason why Blastoise is bad. I'm gonna Ebony mod one because we can spider shuffle into the path. Armor? Cosmo? Armor? Cosmo? Well, that wasn't the droid I was expecting. Now, worth noting, I expect Ebony Maw is not long for this world.
Enough said, Bubba. Enough said, Bubba.
I can't beat Arnim Zola is the problem, right?
Opponent snapped.
Wait, does this beat Zola? Is 19 in the middle? This beats Zola, assuming the Wolverine doesn't go there.
Cut off one head, two more.
Bruh.
Second place.
66% to win the game. We beat Wolverine left or right.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. We knew their Zola was coming, and we played around it. All the boomer snap cubes today, huh? Counting in my Marvel snap. It's better than you think. Have Madam Web distribute our friends across the board in a safe manner. Safety dance. Safety dance. Safety dance. We'll be doing something on Halloween. Yeah, I'll be live on Halloween. Pokemon Pocket releases on Wednesday, so I'll be live with Pocket Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. Yeah. Armor on top is great. It's our best draw. So Miss Marvel lives the center. Call. We don't have a specific release time for Pocket on Wednesday. I picked my Pokemon person, but I haven't had a response yet. I also picked them over the weekend, though, so. Even community managers deserve weekends off. Even the community managers. Is it ever this? You can see this too. This beats double swarm on the left. I'll across with this one. Rats. Oh, I think we were dead either way. They're gonna get 6 here on the Dracula. This deck's felt pretty reasonable. We're gonna tap an ad break and then we'll play some more of it when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in 120 seconds. Toxin worth using keys. If you like playing bounce, Toxin is worth it. Man, thank you for the almost 2 years. Welcome back. Appreciate the primer. Typing, thank you for the 17 months. And Barricade, thank you for the 21 months. What if I like playing bounce, but I'm bad at it? Then I'm gonna tell you the same thing I always tell my 10-year-old when he gets upset that he's bad at something. Being bad at something is the first step towards being good at it. If you never start, you're never gonna get anywhere. Learn to count. Come on now, chat. My 10-year-old is very smart. He counts much better than Twitch chat does. Have a duck? Have a duck. Just beat Scar left. Also giving us a solid number of points to the middle. I could be right to shuffle Luke Cage left and put more points to the middle. We're also narrowly... Oh, wait. I was about to say we're narrowly winning the right, but we're actually not because the lizard is zeroed. Huh? Was it this then, actually? I might be right to leave here.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Victory.
Now, I know some of you at home are going to comment that we were fortunate to win that coin flip. But I would like to remind you that when I win the flip, it is a soul read. And when I lose the flip, this game is BS and it's all variance. So I'd appreciate it if we could keep that in mind when assessing whether or not I flipped a coin during my Marvel Snap game. It really says a lot about the psychological aspect of collecting that there are people who, by their own admission, they don't play any bounce, and they'll still come into chats like this one and ask if they should spend resources on Toxin. Maybe win some of the time. Maybe 9 surprises him on the right.
Hey man, I'm cool.
Breaker, breaker?
Victory.
Widow's Bite's having a little bit of an identity crisis. I always feel like people asking if they should buy a card are looking for someone to blame if it doesn't work out for me. As a content creator, it often feels like that. Pokemon Pocket is unfortunately having downtime tonight, so there will not be a creator tournament. I have to push it to another day. Well, these are both Airisham cards. They're not going to be moving their stuff around. Got it. A little bit of a misclick there, but we got the point across, hopefully. Alright, so they're going up to 20 on the right. This gives me plus 11 here. Call that good enough. You performing at Galactus.
Victory.
Spectrum did save Cage. That's actually super awkward. Locations resolve left to right. So Bifrost is going to happen and then Clintar. And then I think that in combination with Dream Dimension means I'm not going to be able to get this Marvel active, so I'm probably dead. This adds 11 in the middle, which exactly beats Blue Marvel. And I think 14 covers us on the left with the US agent there.
Oh, snap.
Knowledge is power.
Gosh, people have just...
Victory.
People have not wanted to play around Spectrum today. Gamers hate counting. We're up to almost 1,400 people? And our deck is amusing? And not just a Shadow King deck? Maybe we'll have a good time. I think Pocket is super approachable. In fact, I think the big thing Pocket does is it's going to expose a lot of people to the Pokemon card game that wouldn't have otherwise touched it.
Victory.
What is streaming bounce? All right, chat. As someone who enjoys promoting other creators periodically when he gets the opportunity from, and also loves bagging on chat when they make silly statements like everyone is doing such and such, the 3 people with the most viewers behind me in the Twitch channel category for Marvel Snap right now are Freddy, streaming not bounce, followed by Jeet, also streaming not bounce, followed by, I'm gonna butcher this name, Kellodenes, who's also streaming not bounce. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that asserting everybody is playing bounce is not realistic or accurate. They meant everybody else, yo. How many Twitch streams deep do you have to go to find someone playing bounce right now? It's like someone on the YouTube side suggested that bounce is gonna get nerfed at some point in the future. The next 3 people are also not streaming bounce. That's funny. My lived experience is that bounce feels just okay. And there are a lot of people playing really good tech cards into it right now. They're just playing bounceless bounce. Yep. I think I'm gonna play War Machine so I can top deck Ebony Maw here. Holy, were they super dead to Cosmo Stag, right? You got yourself here, bud. That statement implies that there was something skillful or tactical about this final turn of the game. In fact, I think you could make the strong argument that my opponent strictly made a mistake by putting all of their stuff all in on Carmartage when they probably could have beaten me through Cosmo being in the lane where they put their discard stuff. Our opponent messed up to let this be a coin flip for me. And then I lost that coin flip, so they won. I moved Cosmo and they played here. But in a different world where I leave Cosmo on the right as part of the 1 in 3 variance fueled thing, and they chose not to play around it like they didn't, they lose the game. Whereas I don't think we ever beat them if they Corvus in one lane and then play the other two in Carmartage, no matter where the Cosmo goes.
We are the future.
It's not the Miss Marvel I wanted for Christmas. I think we're probably dead. Spectrum got discarded to Sokovia.
Escaped.
Oh, was Marvel discarded too? Oh, I should have left. You're right. I think it was the first one. You're right. I'll blame that. I'll blame that to eating and clicking. That is pocket maintenance turn. I actually don't know the answer to that offhand. Proxima feel better at 4-6. For the love of everything, holy gamers, stop suggesting we need to nerf things. Especially not things that aren't problematic. That got like good. We're in for 4 though if they're in a good spot. How good is this Modoc?
You won't need this anymore.
Form.
Apocalypse.
So Spectrum is +5 on the right. Does this beat Swarm left? They'd go to 20. And I'd go to 9 once I lose 4 here. But then I go to 15 and then I go to 21. So this is beating Swarm on the left. And then we lose one of these to Apocalypse, then we win the other. I don't think I can snap them because Dracula could beat us.
Knowledge is power.
That's one of those weird Mount Vesuvius spots where, like, neither player's snapping. Because, like, I'm a strong favorite, but I think the 25% failure rate of Dracula means that I need to. I need to just play for 2 and not 4. For 75%, shouldn't you play for 4? If I lose the 25%er, I'm losing 8 if I snap. Is the thing to consider. So it's not a 25% for 4, it's a 25% for 8 if I snap. Whereas if they hit it, they might just limp and not do anything if I don't snap. This deck felt really solid. We had metrics to match. Obviously, we were in high infinite, which everybody knows is the most competitive and skill-testing place to play Marvel Snap. So our 63% win rate in almost 20 games with plus 21 cubes means this deck is obviously a clear meta breaker. I'd like to dedicate this deck to the nutters who always say, Jeff, why don't you play ladder? Do you not play ladder because you can't cut it, Jeff? Are you worse than the other people that play ladder, Jeff? Yes, obviously I'm much worse. This one's for all the nerds. Cosmo, obviously very good in this metagame. Madam Web with Cosmo, exceptionally good. Spectrum, a card that people refuse to play around despite it being one that could get them. I don't think Miss Marvel is optional. I think you could get away with Punisher over Speed. You play Howard the Duck over Echo because Echo's not an ongoing card. She just says ongoing in her text box and gamers are illiterate. I do think if you're missing Madam Web and War Machine, I think you could get away with not playing. So, Ebony Maw, Madam Web, War Machine is like a 3-card package for this deck. And if you're missing those 3, I think you can play Ant-Man, Wasp, and Man-Thing would be the 3 cards I would swap. I haven't played it in the current meta, but previously I liked both those builds of Spectrum. These other 9 cards with either these 3 or Ant-Man, Wasp, and Man-Thing as an alternative way to get stats. I think US Agent is unfortunately pretty important, and Miss Marvel's pretty important. I think you can get away with subbing these out. I think you can get away with subbing Speed out. I think Miss Marvel and US Agent are unique ways to put lots of power into play that also work with Spectrum, and the deck just loses a lot of power if you're missing them in your collection.